If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button and let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the video.
Y'all, man, 2 cents be on point. Shit, she be on point, bro.
Appreciate it.
Nah, for real.
Appreciate
We
it.
talking facts. Like you was the first one to say it.
Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jake, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be discussing whatever we want. Yeah, I don't have no points today because it's pretty much the same things going on in boxing. So we're just kind of continuing on the same conversations. It was like at one point, just like a whole bunch of stuff happened at one time, and then now we're just still talking about that. Like those Ring magazines just stirred everybody up for the year. That Ring Magazine Award stirred everybody up for the year. But I think I seen somebody post. I'm talk for a little bit. Let a couple people pull up in here. Then we're gonna say what's up to everybody in the chat. And then I'm gonna drop the link early today and open up the panel. But I think it was something like $95 for the shipping of the Ring magazine, the physical copy. Now somebody could have just been trolling on Twitter, but I seen it on Twitter. I was like, what? Not $95 for shipping for the Ring magazine. Just let me get the digital copy then. Just let me get the digital copy. But I don't know. The Ring Magazine Awards had people feeling some type of way. But what I do want to know, since it's a big topic, and I've given my 2 cents about this thousands and thousands of times, but what do y'all think about Crawford and Canelo? Are we closer to that fight? Are we just getting strung along? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. They just won't stop talking about it. So I'm like, damn, they might make this Canelo fight, which I'm going to keep my 2 cents. Makes absolutely no sense to me, but we'll see. We shall see. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he went up there and did the same thing as Charlo, because maybe he realized, hey, this might be more than I thought. Just ran around and got his retirement check. And it is what it is. But Canelo Alvarez just has... He already did it with Charlo. I feel like he used up his pull up a slick black fighter, get out of jail free card when he pulled up Charlo. And they did the undisputed versus undisputed. So I'm just curious how they're going to market this fight. But actually, they don't really got to market the fight, because, they over there with Sugar Daddy Turkey, so they don't really got to run the numbers up. It's like no pressure. Like, they don't got to market the fight. They don't got to do none of that. So it's like really no pressure. So I guess that's maybe a good thing. Maybe the fighters don't feel the need to have to market a fight, to have to sell a fight, to have to do any of that. I know I got I say what I say about Turkey, and I'm just curious of the agenda and what the long-term effects and reach will have with him coming into business. And I'm just curious, but I guess there is a place for him. You got a safe haven for fighters to go that don't necessarily wouldn't perform well under the pay-per-view model, because people don't buy fights, or people don't buy their fights. Let's just say people don't buy their fights and things like that. So now they can go over to Turkey. They can go be the main event and get whatever bread, and fight in Saudi Arabia and get whatever bread they want to get. But that leads me to switch gears here in a conversation that I really want to have with y'all, that I was talking to somebody else about, and I was really thinking about, because we were talking about the Floyd Schofield Shakur Stevenson fight, and a lot of people like, oh, Shakur Stevenson gonna watch him, he don't this and that, and I'm like, okay, cool. But I was just thinking, I want y'all to let me know and drop it below what y'all think about this. Judging on the past fights we've seen in Saudi, right? And the way that they're judging fights in Saudi, and considering the fact that Turki Al-Sheikh is kind of in this mode, like, hey, listen, I want to see all the top fighters get in there and lose their O, so they could just stop trying to protect it and fight each other. Wouldn't you say that Shakur Stevenson fighting in Saudi is very risky? Not so. Of course, he's fighting a hungry prospect that comes forward, got power. But wouldn't you say it's risky because of Shakur Stevenson's style and the way they judge in fights over there in Saudi? I don't know why I just thought about that, but I'm like, Shakur Stevenson not gonna get away with the pop shotting and moving around. We already seen fighters get robbed doing that over there. So I'm just curious, like, if Shakur Stevenson is going to fight like that, or if he's gonna, try to switch it up and be more in the pocket and be throwing more shots. But then you think, with Shakur Stevenson make a mistake doing that, he could be out of there. If he make a mistake doing that, he could be out of there. So I don't know if Saudi is going to be very complimentary of Shakur Stevenson's style, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. A lot of people saying he gonna stop Kid Austin. He might. He might. Well, we'll see. What else been going on? Then we got all of the Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia drama. I'm be honest with y'all. I've kind of fallen back from that because I'm not going to. I'm not interested in the string along negotiations. Oh, you won't take Vita testing. You don't like. I don't really want to do that. Like either they gonna fight or they not gonna fight, and when they gonna fight, let me know. Either Ryan Garcia gonna take the drug testing year round and he gonna use Vita, or y'all gonna let him use whatever drug testing agency that he wants to use, and we gonna move forward. And that's where I'm at with that. So, but Lee Jackson say that's exactly what I've been saying. If Shakur don't beat Floyd convincingly, it's a chance he can lose. And that's what I'm saying, Lee. Like you gonna have to beat him convincingly, like masterclass. But people saying, he gonna beat him so convincingly, and I just honestly, I'm kind of like, I can't believe Shakur is not getting more criticism for this fight. But a lot of people feel like, oh well, they called him out, so he said he was gonna fight him. So I guess because he called him out and he went to go fight him, the fight is everybody cool with the fight. Everybody cool with the fight, but if we say like what it really is, like you fighting in Saudi Arabia as the co-main event, you fighting a prospect that's fighting his second 12-round fight in Saudi Arabia as the co-main event in the middle of the day on a Saturday. And everybody like, oh, that's cool. Turkey giving them a bag. So cool. And but then I'll sit here and try to convince you for months that you don't want to see the Tank versus Roach fight. It's a bad fight. Tank bringing up a fighter from 130 to fight at 1 to 1. He bringing up a fighter from 130 to fight at 135, even though the fighter's a champion. And everybody act like all they care about is if you a champion and if you got the belts. And then these same people run around and say Tank's never fought a champion. Tank's never been a champion. Tank's never. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, it's just the way y'all can hear stuff from y'all favorite YouTube tabloid channels and then run around and just repeat it without even like thinking it through, without even thinking like, nah, that shit sound dumb. I probably shouldn't even repeat that. Y'all just go repeat it. Tank's never fought a champion. How could you repeat that? But I digress. We talking about the Shakur Schofield fight. So I was just saying that I don't think that Shakur and even if let's say he beats Floyd in Saudi, is he going to continue to fight in Saudi? Because they're not playing with the moving around, pop shotting in Saudi. You get what I'm saying? So we'll see. But I think it's crazy how I do y'all feel like Floyd Schofield is a subpar opponent, or do you feel like this is a competitive fight? Like, I'm curious because some people feel like it's a competitive fight and Kid Austin really got a legitimate shot, and some people feel like he gonna get washed and he don't stand a chance. So I'm just asking my chat, like, what do y'all think about the fight? Because I'm not even hearing like any criticism at all, for real. And I'm not saying this should be criticized, but the way y'all been going at Tank and breaking down stuff and making up stuff, you would think that they would kind of scrutinize his contemporaries the same way, but they don't. It's like they can fight whoever they want, but Tank has to fight all of them or it's a problem. They can fight whoever they want, but Tank got to fight all of them or it's a problem. And then you hear Devin come out and say, oh, well, I'm going to fight at a catchweight, 144. Crick, once again, I don't hear nothing. So I'm like, if Devin Haney is fighting at a catchweight at 144, which I know recently has changed and now he's going to 47, allegedly, because I'm like, why wouldn't he just go to 47? Why would you fight at a catchweight at 44? But he did tweet out he ain't doing no more weight classes. And I'm just wondering why nobody in an uproar about that. You got Tank bringing somebody up who's already fought in the weight class to the two-way weight class, and then you got a whole nother fighter saying, I ain't fighting in no more weight classes. So you're not even fighting in a weight class. So that means wherever you fight, you're either going to be bringing somebody up or you're going to be bringing somebody down, which I'm not saying I have a problem with. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy. Moving people up and people going down, all of that is normal in boxing. But when Tank does it, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. So I really just been sitting back watching, and really over the past few months, what I feel like I've seen is some people really trying to convince you, and it's just on YouTube, because if you go in real life, it's just simply not true. It's literally people trying to convince you that people have lost interest in, or losing interest in Gervonta Tank Davis, but every video he dropped, every tweet he make goes viral. So how are people losing interest in Tank and don't nobody want to see him fight, but everything he's dropping is going viral? Y'all think this Lamont Roach Tank fight is not going to do numbers? It's going to do numbers. He been going viral the whole promotion, throughout the whole promotion. Oh, excuse me. He been going viral throughout the whole promotion. It's gonna sell, and he not even been going viral for the fight. He been beefing with people. He all on the blogs, so he gonna run some decent numbers. Tank know how to sell a fight. Y'all ain't noticed it's the same formula every time. Tank viral every fight. He on the blogs every fight. They know what they doing. They selling the fight right. It's just a small group of people here in this YouTube boxing community trying to convince you that people tired of like how are people so tired of the most entertaining boxer in boxing right now? Like, how are y'all tired of him? How are y'all casual fans aren't like, oh, he not fighting no champions. He not fighting. They don't care about that. The people that buy Tank fights, they don't care about that. And the people that say they care about that don't buy their favorite fighter fights with that. So I don't understand what people be talking about. Somebody say Big Dre say competitive fight Shakur subpar champion at 135. It's a competitive fight. Let's see who we got in the building. I'm probably just gonna be on here an hour today because AJ64 in the building. Flawless Mentality Elevation hosted by Dr. Mark in the building. Hardcore Casual, what's up? Supreme Cam, what up? Edward Morris in the building, what's going on? Band-Aid in the building, what up, Band-Aid? Lee Jackson in the building. Mons Truth in the building, what is going on? We got Teach in the building, what up? And we got Shell in the building. I'm about to drop the link and go and pin it to the top. Marlo say, which fight you want to see more? Tank fight or Shakur fight? Which fight do I want to see more? I want to see the Tank fight more. I mean, I want to see the Shakur fight too. But if I want to pick which one I want to see more, I want to see the Tank fight more. Link is pinned to the top. Come up here, give me your 2 cents. Probably not gonna be on here too long today. I have been preparing for the snow. We're gonna be getting some snow here where we normally don't get snow. We're supposed to be getting like 6 inches, 9 inches, these crazy numbers that I'm hearing. And I'm in H Town. We don't do snow. We don't have salt trucks. We don't have snow tires. We don't have any of that. So they're pretty much gonna shut the city down until the snow melts. We got Big Dre in the building. What's going on, Big Dre?
What's going on, Jay? How you doing today, darling?
I'm doing good. What's your 2 cents?
Well, you asked the question, and is the Shakur fight going to be a competitive fight? I think Kid Austin has um, enough skill to make it competitive. He's got that. He's got a drive. He's got some heart. So I think he can make this a competitive fight. Um, he's gonna come forward. He's gonna try to hit. He's gonna try to hurt Shakur. Um, and at 130, Shakur was the man. I couldn't say nothing bad about him. At 135, I got my doubts and reservations. Now he's only had 3 fights at 135. He started off and got him a good knockout um, in his first fight. He um, had that crap show with De Los Santos. Um, and in the Artem fight, yeah, he stood in the pocket. He made him miss, but he wasn't the Shakur from 130. Um, I may be wrong, but that's my 2 cents. People can take it or leave it.
Okay. Well, now, what do you think about I was saying about as far as fighting in Saudi might be risky for Shakur just based off his style. Like you seen him do what's old dude name? I can't think of the dude name, but you seen the other 2 fighters that lost over there.
Yeah, but if he goes over there and puts on a performance, he goes over there and loses it. I mean, if you ask me, it doesn't matter. He's secure is out there. He gonna get a bag. Kid Austin gonna get a bag. Um, and at the end of the day, I think that's what it's all about. The Now my stance on this has changed. I want to say considerably because in the last few days, because I was listening in on Behind the Hands to a fighter talking about the business of boxing and how much it costs and how much they get paid. And until you reach that top rung, you just struggling. Sometimes you need a job. Sometimes you need 2 jobs just to be able to fight, um, or to be able to live. Because while boxing is the sport you enjoy and the sport that you love and the sport that you excel at, um, it might not pay the bills. Um, so if you can go over to Saudi and pick up a bag, um, and ain't nobody going over there um, and fighting on a turkey card for chump change. So now it might not be them big M's, but I think everybody on those cards, because the cards are pretty well stacked. I think that everybody over there is going to get at least an M, come back home and be able to do something.
That's good. That's
Um,
good.
you
Let's
know,
see. Let me shout out some new people we got in the building. We got Marlo in the building. What's going on? Andre Smith, Darius Warren, Cash Crypto in the building. I'm busy in the building.
what up,
What
Cash?
is
What up,
up?
Hawk Busy?
What's up? Uh, it say Somebody asked me what did I think about Charlo pulled out of his fight. What do you think about that 2 cents? Well, I mean, shout out Coach Eddie on the panel.
What up, Coach Eddie?
Hey,
I
hey.
don't know. I guess if he wasn't ready to fight, he wasn't ready to fight. I mean, you can't. I mean, he pulled out the fight. He obviously not ready to fight yet. I mean, whatever he got going on, he really got to get it together. I mean, that's all I can say about them Charlos.
You know, every month that he stays out of the ring is developing a loss of timing and you know, a um, putting yourself in a deficit. You are not doing everything you can to be your best when you're in the
Right,
ring every month that you're out of the ring.
right. Brock
Um,
Howard, what's going on, Brock Howard? Coach Eddie, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Nah, I agree with everything y'all been talking about. Far as the Charlo news, that's new to me. You know, now I'm starting to look back. It wasn't really too many people over there. The Charlos, I think they had a lot of people fooled, you know, with the image and everything. The guys that was really on the light there, in my opinion, over there was Errol Spence, Sean Porter, and AB.
Nah,
They
them
they
Charlos was like that. Them Charlos. Jamel, come
I,
on. Undisputed 54? Come on.
Jim, I'm telling you, but it's the way they. Well, I'm gonna say Jamal. I give Jamal a little bit more credit than Jamal. Jamal has never really tried to unify. He really ain't really got no. His best win in my opinion, was Sergey Derenchenko. You know, I mean, this cat, but not. I guess it's to me, it's the inactivity. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I mean, if you had the ring for 2 years, you might, in my opinion, you might well just go ahead and hang it up. I mean, literally. I mean, this dude got come up with so many excuses, and it was like they had a lot of energy, but when certain people came in their vicinity, the energy changed. We seen this when Danny Jacobs pulled up on Charlo. His energy changed. He didn't want no smoke with Danny Jacobs. When Andrade pulled up on Charlo, didn't want no smoke. A lot of yapping, a lot of talking, but no action. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like to me, it's just like you're not.
Man,
What?
didn't Andrade drop out the fight?
I'm talking when he pulled up. I mean, it's like I mean, at the end of the day, you know how it was over there at the PBC. Most of their fights were really in house. You know, if you weren't doing what they wanted you to do, and I'm saying it was the Charlos. A lot of times, you know, boxers they got something called handlers, and handlers basically handle your career. You know, these boxers can't. They really can't fight who they want to fight, and they at the mercy of the network. You know, as far as like the fight dates. You know what I'm saying? If you're not that popular of a fighter, you're not gonna get those fight days. They're gonna put on the popular people. You know what I'm saying? So that's another part of the box. I can't really always blame the fighters for the fighters not happening. A lot of times promotional companies can't get together. Whatever. We all know where all the different roadblocks that come up in these fights. A lot of times they ain't the fighters. Sometimes it's the money, the venue. Promoters don't want to work with each other, and that's a good thing right now. At least with Turkey Al-Sheikh now, we kind of eliminating that excuse now. You know, no call Al or call Eddie. You know, their excuse is kind of going by the wayside now, and hopefully we can start getting some fights that we've been wanting to see for a long time. I always wanted to see that Andrade Charlo fight. You know what I'm saying? The dude's got history, 10, 12, 10 years in the making. That fight should have been happening. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to see who the best was out of them two. You know, it's a lot of good fights left. A lot of these guys are on the way out. You know, these guys were pushing 34, 35, 36, 37. They ain't got but a few more years left. So why not get a few more fights that we want to see before
Yeah.
this new crop of guys come in, this new talent?
Who's the new crop? Like who would you say is the new crop? Of course, we got the Shakurs, we got the Abdullah Mason, we got Bam Rodriguez, we got
Kid Austin.
Kid
Yeah,
Austin.
I like that kid. I like that kid. I like Austin. I like him.
I mean, it's a lot of young guys coming up, and
What do you think about his style, Matt? The way his style is going to match up to Shakur's style. Like, do you see it being? Because I kind of see it both ways. I could see how people could say, "Oh, Shakur gonna wash him," because his footwork's not that great. He lunges in, blah blah blah. But then I can see maybe the unorthodox and the pressure and the power, how that may affect Shakur. What do you think about that fight?
Or you want to chat? Go ahead, brother. Or Big Dre.
Okay, I'll give my, because Kid Austin is a little bit unorthodox because he's not as skilled, but he's got some good power. His footwork ain't all that. Um, Shakur is a quote master of distance, and if he can maintain his distance properly, um, without getting clipped, you know, um, he might be able to win this fight. But if Kid Austin steps in and catches him with one of those punches that you know you because you are experienced, you say you see him make this move, this punch should be coming from here, or this punch should be coming from here, um, and you've got two choices, and he throws something that just totally out of the blue, that doesn't normally make sense. Um, it could put Shakur in the world of hurt. He don't like to get hit. I'd hate to him start, um, not that anybody likes to get hit. Um, I'd hate to see him maintaining distance of just outside the distance. Um, Not saying that he's running, but just it could come up for a bad look for him.
What you got, Coach Eddie? I see what you're
Yeah, for
saying though. You saying if he stays too far out of range and he's because he needs to be able to counter and hit back. And that's what I was saying. Like that pop shot and staying out the way. I don't think the Saudis are judging for that style. Like we haven't seen people winning out there like that. They're more judging for the aggressor in those fights.
yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of times the boxing fans, we gotta be careful with with name recognition. I think that what happened. We always go with the so-called name brand fighter or the name recognition fighter. There really, once you get to a certain level, there really are no easy fights. All of them are challenging at some point or another in that fight. I mean, we seen guy like Ali, have a challenging fight with Oscar Bonavena. Who's Oscar Bonavena? A lot of people know who that is. Or a guy like Joe Buckner. These guys they call them off-brand fighters, but they'll give you a good scrap. You know what I'm saying? And I think Shakur, there's really no danger. It's like I take Floyd and Pacquiao for instance. They had some common opponents, right? And Floyd would outclass these guys. Sometimes he would, make them look style on them, make them look a certain way. But Pacquiao was destroying these guys. And it's like with Floyd, Shakur is like a guy you really don't mind going in there with because you're really not gonna get hurt. Yeah, you may get schooled or whatever. You may not look like you want to. Opposed like with Tank, your probability of you getting hurt is very high going in with him. It was the same thing with Floyd. People didn't mind fighting Floyd because you was gonna get paid a lot of money. You probably wasn't gonna get hurt that bad. But with Pacquiao was sending people to the hospital, with broken faces and broken orbital bones. So I think with Shakur and Kid Austin, I think Kid Austin had a great chance. He's a fighter. Yeah, and that's another thing, like just the getting up, being a young guy and being like, this is my moment right here, this is my chance. And you can never underestimate the motivation factor. One guy could be highly motivated, and another guy can be like, just another day in the office. Then you get caught off guard, And one thing about them 8-ounce gloves are unforgiving. So if you mess around and get hit and don't recover, you're in a world of trouble. And I watched Kid Austin. I seen a little clip yesterday, and at first I said, "Who is that? Tank?" Then I had to look again. It was Kid Austin. Dang, this dude is big. He's strong. He's pretty quick. He's throwing a lot of punches. I think Shakur has his work cut out for him. I don't believe he's outclassing this kid. It's hard to outclass somebody that's throwing a lot of punches. First of all, that's hard because they stay busy. They letting their hands go. it's
You
gonna
know,
look a certain way.
That's Shakur's specialty, though, right? His
What
defense.
outplay? Man, you can be defense all you want, but if the dude is hitting you with them shots, hitting you in the shoulders, hitting you in the arms, hitting you in the elbow, hitting you in the collarbone, hitting you on top of the head, hitting you anywhere they can. You know what I'm saying? He has a chance if Shakur's not busy and letting those hands go. I ain't saying he got to be slugging it out with this guy, but he need to be a clear winner, because there really is no demand for Shakur. There's really no reason to give him a decision. You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo, yeah, I can see Canelo getting the gift decision because he's in demand. But there's no demand for Shakur. Nobody's clamoring for winning the next Shakur fight. Tank is in demand. Devin Haney is in more demand than Shakur. Believe it or not.
So you saying there's no need to protect him?
No, really. He's not. I mean, he's not an in demand fighter. Nobody's clamoring for his next match. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a lot of fanfare. I mean, you got to keep it 100. Is he a good fighter? Yes.
And he was
yeah, he's a good fighter. But I think Kid Schofield, he think he's a live dog in this fight.
what's up, Paige?
Got out paid in full. We got paid on account.
Well,
What up, brother?
What's going on?
in looking at Shakur as far as his stylistically goes, he needs to put on a show. He's got 2 fights to put on a show so he can get this Tank fight. And I think if he puts on a show against Kid Austin, he needs to put on a show against Kid Austin. He can't let Kid Austin come in there and be flashy and make him look bad. As a defense first fighter, he is one of those fighters that's going to give you, if he's in proper distance, he can stand there, he can make you miss. Problem is, he's not making you pay. He is a good counterpuncher, but his punches don't seem to he didn't bring his power to 135. At 135, he had a little sting to his punch. I haven't seen anybody, say anything about his sting at 135. Granted, it's only been 3 fights, but.
And he still just said he need to work on cutting the ring off. I thought that was crazy that came out of Shakur. Paid in full. What up? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
What's going on, 2 cents? Hey,
I was asking you, was that you on H the other night? You breaking up?
Who channel?
H Money.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I had pulled up over there for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be over there sometime.
I'm gonna go out and come back in.
All right.
Yeah, man, it's just like, I'm gonna come out and come back in, because I think my shit lagging.
Now you sound good. Oh, okay.
Oh well. Listen, I gotta run. I just wanted to pop in, say hello, give my 2 cents, because you asked a question that made it, that gave me an immediate thought. And like I said, at 130, he was a good champion. He was a unified. He was showing off his skills. He was good defensively, and he gave you enough of an offensive show to make it worth your while. At 135, he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, he hasn't done that yet. I can see that. So you're saying this is the fight he needs to show?
Yeah, he needs to really push the pace and make it a fight.
Yeah,
he needs to definitely prove his separation. He needs to prove that he's levels above Kid Shakur. Kid Austin.
Kid Shakur. All right. What's up, Pay? What you got for the show? What's your 2 cents? Pay. I can't hear you if you're talking. Coach Eddie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think maybe
okay.
internet or something may be lagging or something like that, or Wi-Fi. Okay, go ahead, brother. I hear you.
No, I don't hear him.
Oh, I thought I heard him say something. Then it seemed like he went back in the background.
No. But let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Rollo Green say put on a show is casual talk. Exactly. But you know what? You know what I was thinking too? This is also what I was thinking kind of like about Turkey Al-Sheikh. Like, I don't think he is really going to appeal too much to the casual fan base. I
Right.
do see him appealing a lot to the hardcore fan base, which when you're in a position he's in where he's not, trying to be profitable or just get this return on these fights, he can make fights for hardcore fans. But how much is Shakur Stevenson growing his fan base fighting in Saudi Saturday afternoon?
I agree with
Like,
you too.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not a concern to him because he's making his money, so he doesn't care, because that's not the model and the way he gets paid. He don't have to have no
I,
fans. He don't got to worry about selling no fight. He don't got to do none of that because he about to go
I
over there, be the co main event, and fight at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon and get his money and go about his business.
I think
Go
that's what
ahead,
he
Paige.
headed
What
for.
you got?
I really don't think he too much care about the views or whatever. I think he just worried about his purse and, you know what I'm saying, his money at the time. I don't really think it has nothing to do with him attracting fans no more.
And that's cool. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, I really don't see Turkey just expanding the casual fan base because that doesn't seem to be his focus. And another thing I wanted to talk about, like, is Ryan Garcia really fighting Pitbull? Because like I said, I haven't really been following Ryan and Devin. I'm kind of taking a break from them because
Yeah, I've been
I'm not
hearing
gonna.
rumors about it. I'm not for sure though.
Because I think that Pitbull is fighting February 1st,
Yeah,
and then they
and
were
I was
saying that
going.
they're gonna fight in April. So I thought that was weird.
You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
you be over on A20 as well, 2 Cent.
Yeah, I tried to get on the panel, but it was
I'm
full.
not, man. I'm not going over there no more, bro. Them niggas don't want to talk about nothing, bro. Like it's like they just be rambling back and forth, and then it's
They
like,
do.
yeah, and it's like, bro, we not even talking about boxing, bro. Like I don't want to keep arguing with no grown ass man. Like,
Nah, you ain't
Nah.
gotta
it,
argue. Now, sometimes they don't be arguing over there. It'd be people up there
yeah,
really talking boxing.
but I don't. It was some nigga up there from the UK that was just kept going on and on. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Excuse my language, but shut up.
That's why I was trying to get up there. I think that was this dude named Heavy Bag. He be over there
Man,
just.
bro, he just literally be just going back and forth, and I'm like, bro, like I don't know you, you don't know me, you in a whole different other continent on Earth, bro. Like we ain't finna see each other. Other than that, I'm not about to keep arguing with you back and forth, bro. Like,
Yeah, he
but
just be. They be. It be funny over there though. Sometimes they be
it
tripping
do,
out. I don't be over there when they be doing all the. You know how they get to tripping. I be like, all right.
yeah. I learned my lesson. Everybody panel ain't meant to jump on. Like if they don't get me wrong now, if they over there talking legit boxing, I'll pull up. But if it's just like what they was doing the other day, I'm cool, bro. I'll stay off that panel.
Yeah, but they be cool for the most part. Lee Jackson say Shakur said at his press conference at the ring ceremony in Saudi that he was going to let his hands go, but he said that when he caught
Man.
Artem. So we'll see. I mean, at this point, nobody should be like, "Oh, Shakur said he was gonna knock him out." Like, y'all already know he gonna say it and not do it. So it's, you know what I'm saying. That's just
Yeah,
what he do.
But
So
why say it though? You know,
because that's
that's
just
the
what
thing.
I
I mean,
do. That's my. You know what I'm saying?
but y'all,
and,
you already know that ain't your style. Shakur, his temperament. He's a safety first fighter, and it takes a while to get out of that. Yeah, and he might be a monster in sparring with the headgear on and the big gloves, but like I say,
He
it's a
said it in the
temperament.
big
It,
gloves.
nah, I'm being serious, man. Like some guys, man, we call them gym fighters. Man, some guys look great in the gym. Then you take them to the fight, you don't like who are you? Like you don't even recognize this person. Like, is this the same
yeah,
dude that be killing everybody in the gym? You get up in the
yeah.
fight, you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
None of that stuff that he was talking about, and that's my issue with Shakur. It's just be like, bro, like you. I'm looking for that same vintage Shakur that was at 126 and 130. That made the people look like they not even supposed to be in the ring with you, bro. But if you going the distance with Artem and you not really letting your hands go. And I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them damn apologies, bro. Like, how many more times you gonna apologize for what you, as an elite boxer, supposed to be? Like, you should know how to cut off the ring. You shouldn't be apologizing for not knowing how to cut off the ring, bro. Like,
I didn't even know. I feel like I can't see him even going to 140. Like, is he gonna max out at 35? Because he not no small guy like that.
and that's my issue. I'm like, I don't really see him going up to no 140 or 147. But then
Nah,
and then my issue be this, but y'all, like, we all know Tank that not that big of a dude, but we telling him to go to 140, but we not gonna tell Shakur to go to 140. Like, that'd be my issue, bro. It'd be like too many double standards.
yeah, and a lot of things too. It's only so many great fighters that can actually move up like that. Like
Right.
Floyd was the one guy who did it. Floyd, take Manny, you take Roberto Duran, you take Shane Mosley. That's the one I can kind of think off the top of my head that really moved up. Ray Leonard, all them guys moved up too. They went as high as, I think, super middle and light heavyweight. But those were big guys. Those guys were 5'9", 5'10". Hearns was 6'2". Like Tank, he needs to stay where he is because he started climbing that ladder. He's not the type of fighter that's going to be able to transcend. What made Manny able to do that? A lot of people say it was the PEDs, whatever you want to believe. But at the end of the day, Manny was an explosive fighter. He threw a lot of punches, and Manny his temperament was to fight. He wasn't a safety first type of guy. He was reckless. He was reckless at times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shane Mosley was the same way. Shane Mosley, he got busted with his steroids, whatever, but his temperament was to fight. And Shane was a type of guy, that he kind of had a little bit, like Kid also had a little bit of Shane Mosley, a little bit of Sean Porter in him mixed with his own style. So it's going, that's what I'm saying. This fight is not going to be no one. I'll be surprised if this is a one-sided deal. I just can't see it being one-sided.
I'm with you on that, Coach.
Hold on, let me read this real quick because this is like the victim mentality stuff I be talking about. When Dev tried to put on the show, y'all blame Bill for being a bad trainer and said it was stupid and it wasn't his style.
What?
Now, what are you talking about, Rollo?
Exactly.
When Dev tried to put on the show, y'all blame Bill. Why would Dev try to put on a show
Against
and fight a fight
puncher
that wasn't his style against the biggest, youngest, hardest hitting, most talented and gifted fighter he's ever fought?
That you know what 2 cents. I'm gonna tell you. I tell you like this. A lot of guys. You got a lot of guys that are real talented who are scary, and you got guys who don't have a lot of talent but they ain't scary. And Dale really he showed what he was made out of that fight. Like him or not, he showed. Dev can't really punch. Just imagine if he could punch, he would be dangerous because his mentality is he's gonna try to knock you out, even though he's not really a big puncher. And that's scary. You got a guy that's trying to knock you out who's really not known to be a puncher. Dev he's a decent puncher. I don't see you're not gonna run in there on him like he's gonna sting you. You know what I'm saying? He's
a decent fighter.
And I feel like
we got Rollo the Sweet on the panel.
Salute, panel. But yeah, I mean, it's y'all blame Dev. He shouldn't have fought that style. It was stupid. Bill needed to be fought. But then y'all asking Shakur to do the same thing that y'all just
What we
blasted
asking
them for.
Shakur to do? What we asking him to do?
He need to put on a show. What do you mean put on a show? No, he needs to win the fight. See,
so
this is coming from people that never.
Go more?
Huh?
He don't need to let it.
No, you know what we saying?
No, he needs to win the fight.
No,
he
Rollo,
needs to outpoint his man.
But look, I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but the point I was making was that outpointing shit and jumping back and all that. We were saying that style hasn't been favorable with the judges in Saudi. They've been more for the aggressor.
Right.
So that's why that was coming up. This ain't got nothing to do with Devin fighting a dumbass fight.
Right. Because
We're talking about how that style is going to go with the judges in Saudi. Like, that's a risk in itself. You fighting over there with your style like that.
Right. And my thing is this: even if Devin was trying to put on a show, He's saying that he's seeing obviously that game plan that he had wasn't working, so why he never switched it up and go to plan B? At least to win the
He
fight.
he did go to plan B. I mean, after he got hurt a couple times, he was able to
What
steady the
plan
ship.
B he had?
Hold on now. If you want to keep it 100, no, they did. One judge had it a draw, which means that judge had it 9 rounds to 3 because there was 3 knockdowns in that fight, which made it an even fight. So they're saying that a lot of people thought Dev won 8 rounds, 7 to 8 rounds in that fight. Some had him winning 9.
Knockdowns they didn't count.
There was a lot of knockdowns.
It was a lot of knockdowns they didn't count.
But a lot of them was in the same round though. You know what I'm saying? Like he would get knocked down most of the time in each round, but that doesn't negate the fact. Yeah, okay. Let's say there was a lot of knockdowns they didn't score. That does not negate the fact that Dale still won.
But the score would have been totally different had those knockdowns been counted though. See, that's the issue.
I mean, but I'm not surprised he won those rounds. He was going to outbox Ryan anyway.
But he still won. He still won the rounds though. Either way, he still won the rounds. Just the score would have been different, but he still won those rounds though. In my opinion,
he started off doing good. Like I'll never take credit away from him, bro. Like he started off doing very well up until the point he got caught.
It's possible for him to beat Ryan, but he can't mess up.
No,
he got to fight a perfect fight.
And that's the thing. I tell fighters all the time. If you messing with a skilled guy, if you can hurt that guy, the skills go out the window because he's hurt and he can't recover. You know, that's when all the X's and O's go out. You get hurt, okay, you can't recover, you're done. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get it back together, you're finished.
And that's no different than when Tank fought Ryan. He got caught with that left hook, and he ended up making adjustments to the point where he never got caught with that shot again. And that's what I meant by like, yeah, he started off doing good, but it was no adjustments, man. And that's my only issue for him to be at the level that he's at. Like, you got to be able to make adjustments in certain situations, especially in that situation.
And that's my thing. I wonder about Shakur too. Like, people keep talking about how he don't get hit. What happens when he gets hit?
Right, he's gonna get hit this fight. I believe so.
That's why I think that the man jumped. Like, he jumped down there 3 feet back out of range. So he's really not able to even counter the person for real. Because he's like out of range and he got to come back into range to actually start back. Like pretty much he got to reset.
You know, y'all check this out. Now, you know that Turkey really has the pick of the litter when it comes to fighters. He can jump on the phone and get anybody he wants. What if Shakur goes over there and the fans start booing? It's going to be a problem.
It ain't even that many people in. Nah, it's not even that many people in there to be booing.
Man, they have a decent crowd. They ain't packed, but it's a decent crowd though. You know what I'm saying? It's decent. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they act like American fans, because over here, we got a tough crowd over here. So I don't know if they gonna keep some type of decorum or what. I don't know. I don't know about those the fans over there. The fans over there in Saudi. I don't know how they react, but I mean, it's sometimes. Yeah, it's gonna be bad, man. I mean, sometimes just imagine if they done had 3, 4, 5 good fights in a row, bang, bang, bang. Then all of a sudden, you get a snooze fest. Man, that dude gonna get booed, man.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt his stock for sure.
He gonna lose.
Yeah,
because them judges over there is not doing that.
I agree. They not going for that shit. So if you don't come out there and like you not putting on how you supposed to put on, shit, I don't think Turkey he probably ain't gonna put as much money. He probably gonna give him another shot. But shit, if that's happening, bro, it's like shit. Ain't no point in me study putting money into you if you're not like entertaining the crowd, because that's why you over there to begin with.
Yep, that's right.
Entertainment for the Saudis.
Yeah, that's facts, huh?
Yep.
So he literally need to put on the show.
Yeah, and most of them fighters either somebody getting cooked or they real entertaining. Like a lot of them fights, people's getting cooked left and right. Every time you turn on, somebody getting cooked. Especially when the heavyweight, when they had that all heavyweight bouts, man, people was getting knocked out left and right. You know, and
Right,
good fight. They was getting knocked out.
right.
And
So,
this
hey,
this this hold on, this is what I was wondering. What's up, Poe Punder? Whatever. You need to come up here and tell me how to say your name. Poe Punder NW. Notice Turkey schedules additional fights for fighters that already have a fight. How come promoters don't tell him he can't do that and wait for things to shake out? They're fast to grab that money. And that's what I was just asking. How was Issa Cruz supposed to be fighting Ryan Garcia in April if he fighting February 1st?
and that's my thing. Like, how the fuck is he even doing? Like, this ain't no. How is he able to do that though?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like he know the business actually how it's supposed to be ran. I think it's just really just throwing the money. Like,
The promoters letting him do it though. That's the thing.
yeah, facts.
The promoters letting him do it.
And he
Well-
ain't like he got no stable, so it's like, and Issa Cruz under the PBC, I think he got an outside promotional company, but he's sort of under the
He
PBC
affiliated
banner.
with the PBC. Yeah,
Yeah,
affiliated with
Yeah,
it.
he with Manny Pacquiao. I think he's with him too.
Yeah.
But what were we just talking about?
I was
You talking about how they
asking
be-
you a question though. Oh, go ahead, Tusa.
Oh,
Nah,
how
go
they
ahead, go
scheduling
ahead.
the fight. Yeah, how
Yeah.
they scheduling the fight. And this is another thing that too, while we talking about Shakur, that I want to address. Now, I said, and you go back on my old videos, that Zepeda was gonna duck Shakur, and they was gonna have to get another subpar opponent for Shakur to fight because Zepeda ducked him. Now you can feel how you want to feel about Kid Austin. Some people feel like it's a subpar opponent. Some people feel like it's a good fight, and he's supposed to fight Zepeda next. How many years are we going to? He's supposed to fight Zepeda next before we're like, let's just
Right.
forget about Zepeda, y'all. Like, let's
Right.
just, because Zepeda about to rematch Tevin Farmer now, and so I'm just like, let's move on. Like, let's just move on from the Zepeda thing. Like, how long
Yeah.
is he gonna get away with that? Like, I don't get it.
And that's my issue. Like, you can't say that you ain't into chasing motherfuckers, but then you study chasing after a nigga that clearly don't want to fight you. And then you say like you not finna chase the person that can give you your biggest payday. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm kind of over the Zepeda thing. Like, every time you be like, oh, I'm finna fight Zepeda, I don't even want to hear it. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're not finna fight Zepeda.
So I was gonna ask you 2 cents. This like off the topic of Shakur. So when it came to Ryan Garcia, I was under the impression like he has never made the 140-pound weight limit yet. I always felt like, I don't know, but I had people telling me that he actually made the weight against Javier Fortuna, but everybody else, like, he pretty much played the weight game, played with the scale, so ended up like maybe the week or so prior to the fight, he ended up alerting the other fighter like, hey, we're gonna move the weight up and we're gonna do this at a catch weight.
Right.
So what was that the only fight that he ever made the 140 limit on?
As far as I know.
And everybody, because how many fights did he have at 140 though?
What? Which one? None of them. He ain't make 140 though.
No, he did for
Fortuna?
Javier Fortuna.
No, the Fortuna one. He was overweight too. It's 143. Check.
All right, shout out Flyer Frequency. You got Flyer. So how can y'all say
Salute, y'all. Salute, Coach
Sure.
Eddie.
coming in overweight? He clearly been coming in
Hey,
overweight
what's
at
up?
143 at
What up,
all
bro?
his fights. He didn't do anything
going on?
different. Yeah, there was just nothing put in place to prevent him from doing that, like Tank did.
Yeah, and that's my issue. Why? Like, that's my issue. Like, people don't let him get away with certain shit. But and that's why I said that's my issue when I said Devin, bro. But I understand why Devin didn't do it, because at the same time he was rehydrating as well. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't no reason for him to put no. He pretty much had to take what was ever dealt, the cards that was dealt, because of the situation that he was in. So it made sense, but Yeah, you definitely with Ryan ass, bro. You got to be on it because that nigga he lazy, and that's why I'm glad Tank did what he did to him because Ryan ass wasn't gonna try to make the weight. He was gonna try to use an excuse and try to be over the weight, and then try to use that paying a little extra money as a way to get out.
Right.
So
Use
yeah,
as a strategy. Yep.
With Tank though, he already let it be known that he wasn't gonna make the weight. He was trying to fight Tank at 136, and that's why the rehydration clause got slapped on him. It was a totally different thing.
yeah, because he
Yeah,
wasn't trying to
exactly.
make the
Because
135
he wasn't gonna make
the
the
weight limit.
135.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he let them know, so they had the chance to be like, well, okay, then and put the rehydration clause on it. If you can't make 135 and we fighting at 136, then it's the rehydration clause. You know what I'm
they
saying?
did the same shit.
Whereas
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
whereas
because
if he would
which
have
he
did
know
it the
he
way
didn't. I'm sure he didn't let them know. They let him know what it was gonna be.
Yeah,
no, but I
yeah,
mean
he did.
I mean he let them know that he was not going to fight at 135. That he wanted to do it at 136. Like say like if he would have just did the same thing that he did to Devin. I mean he would have pretend like he was going to make 135, and then on the night of the fight, you know what I'm saying, or the weigh-in, on the night of the weigh-in, he just come in, 3 pounds overweight. He didn't do that to Tank.
And see, but the Tank didn't allow him to do it because once he said that he wasn't going to make the 135-pound limit, he said that okay, well I'm gonna give you 1 pound up,
But
and that's
but
when the
how you
136
missing?
came in.
But how you missing that though? He
But
had to
that's
let Tank know
but
that he wasn't.
that's besides the point. Considering the
It's
fact
not.
that no,
That's the
listen,
important part
no,
of the thing right
high
there.
But that
frequency.
was, but the
Listen,
thing is
my
though, that
point
was
is
negotiated.
he been fighting all his fights at 140 at 143.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
he didn't fight Tank.
if you knew that, then you could have put things in place to
that's
where
what I'm
he
saying.
wasn't able to do that. But could you put things in place? Because Devin Haney wasn't the A side.
But now, but
And
all this,
that's
No, he
Devin
could have
Haney
put
comes
that
in
in.
at
He could have put it in.
165 too. So how
He
how
could.
you gonna put a rehydration clause on somebody when you blow up yourself? That means he might put it on you.
yeah,
So
and that's
Yeah,
why
No,
they
exactly.
didn't.
And
it
that's
doesn't
why he
make any
couldn't do it.
sense.
That's
That's
why he
why he
no,
couldn't
didn't
do
do
no.
it.
what he did.
It would have worked. It would have worked
And that's
because
why
Ryan
that's the
Garcia.
point, Coach Eddie. That's why he got played because he was playing the weight game too.
No,
Right.
man, y'all just trying to spin a narrative right now. I
No,
see
ain't
what's
no
going
spin on
on.
that. The truth, man.
That's the truth. He got played
Because
because he was playing the weight.
Devin Haney weighed more than Ryan Garcia the night of the fight.
that's not true, man. That
Okay,
wasn't true.
okay. He did.
But this right here, Devin Haney made 140. So you can't
Right.
say that. I mean, Devin Haney wasn't playing no games with making the 140 limit. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia
We're
came
not
in
talking
3 pounds
about that.
at. But we
We
are.
know.
That's what we on though. We're
And
talking
that's
about the
what
fact that
and
he didn't say
Hold
it would
on.
have been different. It would have been different if he would have been like, yeah, Devin, I ain't gonna be able to make 140. We got to fight at 143 like he did Tank. He told Tank, I
but
can't
that's
make 135, so it's gonna be. I want to fight at
But that's
136, and
not
so
what
they
we're
had the
the
talking
chance to
about.
do it.
the
But you
difference with
missing
that is
we're
that
not talking
the
about that. We're
oh
talking
my,
about the fact that you talking about 136 and 135. I'm talking about 140. Scratch all that. You
yeah,
know this nigga been fighting at 143. He ain't fought at 140 yet. Let me tell you what I think happened. Y'all knew that he haven't been fighting at 140 and he wasn't gonna make the weight. So you
right.
knew that he was gonna have to pay you extra money if he didn't
Which
make the
is
weight.
why he made that
That's
bet.
why you sitting at the press conference. I knew you can make the weight and doing all of that. But
No,
then when the
no,
fight don't go in your favor, and you
no.
thought you was gonna be in an advantage because he didn't make the weight, and you get beat up. Now you want to try to act like the weight was such this, all of this, and all of this. When you wasn't
Right.
acting like that before, you was at the press conference telling him he wasn't
He,
gonna make the weight. What are
right.
we talking about?
Because normally if you don't make the weight, then they have the option to make you make the weight.
And
You they
that
have,
was Devin.
but
That was his
he was
downfall.
strategic. But Ryan was real strategic in coming in exactly 3 pounds overweight because they couldn't do that in that case.
Bro,
And
they knew
that's
he
why he
wasn't
should
gonna
have hit
make
him.
the
And
weight.
that's when he should have hit him with the next day weigh in, bro. The issue, the simple fact, what Tank did, bro, before they even got into camp, they had already had the contract wrote up. So therefore, Ryan knew what the stipulations was before he even started camp.
That's the point. That's what the point that I'm trying to make with y'all. You making my point. Before they even went into it on the contract, before the contract, it was on the contract because Ryan already let him know that he couldn't fight at 135. He said
But you
he wanted
missing
to
the
fight at the
point.
catchweight.
Hold
The
on.
point is they could
I
not.
want to
Let me
say.
say this real quick, Coach. I'm gonna
Okay.
let you go. The point is Devin Haney couldn't put whatever he wanted to put in the contract to protect himself because
He
he was
could have.
also playing a
He
weight
didn't.
game and he wanted to rehydrate up a lot too.
Yeah.
No, he could have put that in there. But
Hold on.
after
Go ahead, Coach Eddie. Go ahead, Coach Eddie.
Yeah, my thing is people keep saying that Ryan couldn't he could have done whatever he wanted to. He could have came in at 140 when he fought Tank. He would have been heavily penalized, or they would have called the fight off. And it is what it is. That's what happened. When you get a big event, all the tickets are sold, all the people are there, all the hotels are booked. It's called hijacking the show. Okay, I know I'm contracted at 136. I show up at 140. What you gonna do? You gonna call the fight
no,
off, or you gonna fight?
no,
It is what it is.
What you say? It's called hijacking the show.
no,
Yeah, you
Coach
can hijack the show. Yes, you can too.
No, Coach Eddie, it's in the rules. If you
It
over
don't matter, bro. It does not matter.
No,
It doesn't
listen,
matter. Okay, hold on. Hear me out. Okay, yeah, it's in the rules. If all the hotel rooms are booked, if the venue's paid for, everybody's there, I may have to pay a monetary fine. So, are you gonna fight or not? That's what they're gonna come and tell you. No, just listen, bro. I've been doing this my whole life. They're gonna tell you, are you gonna fight or not? If you're not gonna fight, we're gonna call it off. If we are gonna fight, it's gonna cost you $2 million, a $2 million penalty. We're gonna cancel the show. It is what it is. So they're gonna put the ball in. They're gonna put the ball in Tank's court. Are you gonna fight him or not? That's it. Either you are or you're not.
And that's where Devin messed up at, because Devin, he was already in the process of rehydrating. That's why he didn't put no next day weigh in on Ryan, which that's his fault.
No,
for real.
But I think y'all missing the fact that the WBC do have a rule that you can't. There's a rule that the fight gets. The fight can't move forward if he would have came more than 3 pounds overweight. You know, because they couldn't make him lose it. They couldn't make him lose the weight.
We seen Floyd Mayweather blow the weight.
143 flying frequency. Yeah, he knew
Floyd Mayweather blow the 4-pound weight limit on Marquez. Floyd hijacked the show. That's what he did. He paid Marquez a monetary fine, and the fight went on. And that's what you can do.
Who was sanctioning the fight?
That doesn't matter, brother. I'm telling you what happened. Floyd hijacked the show. Floyd was supposed to come in at 140. He came in at 144. 4 pounds over the weight limit. And he paid Marquez a fine. And Ryan Garcia could have did the same thing to Tank and put the ball in Tank's court. And that would have made Tank scared to fight. He don't want to fight Ryan because he was 3 pounds overweight. That's what they would have said if he didn't make that fight. That's how fighters do it all the time.
They make the penalty so substantial.
Fighters do it all the time, bro. They blow weight all the time.
You might be right because you talking about the WBA, because Tank had the WBA sanctioning in that fight, but I know the WBC rules is different from the WBA rules, and we saw Keyshawn Davis, his last fight, dude did the same thing to him, right? He came in a whole welter. I mean, he came in at 140, right? Basically 142 or something crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, they do like 8 pounds over the limit or 7 pounds.
It was. Yeah, that was crazy. But was that a WBC sanctioned fight though? I don't think so.
Title was on it. That was an intern belt.
Yeah, I think it's a rule. That rule is, we was talking about that rule on another panel before. You know, when how it was strategic for Ryan to come in at exactly 3 pounds overweight, because the WBC has a rule that the fight can't happen if he was 4 pounds overweight.
Y'all keep acting like he only did that to Devin. He's been doing it the whole time he's been at 140.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the difference is Devin was the WBC champion, though, right?
They knew that flyer frequency, and they were banking on them coming in overweight so they can get paid. Why you don't say that?
Because y'all don't understand why I'm even arguing this point, because I'm just arguing that it's a different situation from Tank's situation, being that he's, it was a WBA sanctioned fight, whereas Ryan Garcia and Devin was a WBC sanctioned fight. And Tank's fight, Ryan let him know in the beginning before everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was put in the contract. With Devin, he didn't do it. He pretended like he was going to make the weight, and then at the last minute, he did that.
Devin already knew he had been doing that since he'd been at 140. Why you keep overlooking that? That's how they knew he wasn't going to come in on weight. They already knew he had been fighting his fights at 143. They already knew that. I'm sure the whole boxing world already knew he was doing that.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and
that's why Devin made that bet when they was up there on the when they was
He
doing
because
told
all
Ryan
that
him, I
first
know
because
you're
conference.
not
Ryan
gonna
wasn't
make weight. No,
because
y'all
Ryan
keep acting like it was so strategic. When Devin sitting at the press conference telling him, I know you're not gonna make the weight because he know he hadn't been
because
making the
Ryan was
weight.
doing all those antics and stuff and doing all those wild things, right?
And in that same press conference, that's
He
when
act like he
Derrick
wasn't
James,
focused
when he made that bet, that's when Derrick James leaned over to him and said, basically, why are you doing it, bro? You know you're not gonna make the weight. In that same press conference when Devin made that bet,
because he knew he wasn't going to give Devin the money anyway. They
right?
still didn't give
And
him the
that's my
money.
thing. No, he paid him. He had
No,
I
to
he
think he
pay
paid
didn't.
him,
him
They
six.
said they
I think
didn't
they
pay
paid him
him.
600,000.
bro.
I
He
think
paid him 600,000.
Yeah, he was supposed to
Every
pay him how
time he
much?
was over.
He
It
was supposed to pay
1.2. I
him a
think.
It
million.
wasn't
He
nothing
was
in
supposed to put,
contract.
huh?
It wasn't on the contract though. That's why I said when he missed the weight, he was paid what he was supposed to pay him. That bet they didn't draw no contract up for Ryan to sign that bet. So it was pretty much like
They were just bullshitting.
He didn't
yeah.
pay Devin and them nothing. He paid he
Yes, he
paid the
did.
sanctioning body.
That
He
payment
paid
was
the
in the
fine.
contract.
Yeah, he
I
paid the
promise you.
fine in the contract. So it didn't
Yeah,
go to
for missing
Devin and
weight.
They
them.
got paid 600,000. Yes, it did.
He got
That's who
six
it
hundred
went to,
thousand. Wow.
definitely.
They got 600,000 because they amended the contract.
Yeah, that's why they went back and
It's in the
negotiated.
lawsuit. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta stop acting like this was just some grand scheme to
Yeah.
overthrow
It
Devin. Like
was, bro. Y'all just trying to
Ryan
play it down,
Garcia.
and y'all don't want
How Ryan
to. I'm
Garcia
gonna
was
mention
coming in at
Osterin.
143 every fight. He was
Ain't
coming in
nobody say
143
Osterin,
every
so I
fight.
need to say Osterin.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
What you think about the Floyd Schofield Shakur fight, Flyer Frequency?
Man, I think a lot of people like putting it off like Kid Austin don't got a chance, but I think he do got a chance, depending on how Shakur come out there trying to fight him. If Shakur come out there trying to make a statement and try to and be stupid and fight him on the inside or something crazy like that, or try to stand there and bang with him, I think it is he got a higher chance of pulling off an upset. But if Shakur go out there and don't get tricked out of his position, boxing, control the distance and everything and frustrate him, I think Shakur could beat him easy.
Shout out to the people that's
Yeah.
joined the chat: Marshawn West, Raina, Cornelius, Jonathan Simon. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. Be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. And you can always help support the channel by hitting the Cash App or hitting the Super Chat. Make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents in the chat. Or you can click the link and join me on the panel. Go ahead.
How you feel about what Keyshawn and Shakur did though, 2 Cent? With that fake ass face off.
This is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I be
Hold on,
talking about.
what they did?
They was
They
just
had a
standing
fake
in the
face
ring
off.
looking at each other in the eyes for no reason. So like, well, I don't understand like why other fighters get away with stuff that just don't make no sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense in my opinion, for Shakur and Keyshawn not to fight each other. And I'm wondering, is that why Shakur left Top Rank? Because if we honest, all the smoke at 35 really is at Top Rank right now. It's a ton of smoke at 35 at Top Rank.
He know that.
And I'm like, why would Shakur leave Top Rank where all the first I was like, leave Top Rank to go get the Tank fight. But then I was like, forget that. Look at all this smoke that's still at 35 that you could fight over here. And so I was wondering why he left Top Rank to go with Matchroom, who ain't got no 35 pounders. You was about to pull up a 30 pounder to fight. Or you're going to have to go and make a cross promotional fight. So it's like you left Top Rank to go make cross promotional fights. Like, I didn't understand it. But we all know Shakur Stevenson doesn't mind fighting a sparring partner. And I was just wondering, is Keyshawn getting with Shakur and sparring? Is that why he don't want to fight him? Like, why? Because if Shakur was beating Keyshawn up in sparring, he would fight him. That's what I think.
Right.
I think Shakur went with Eddie Hearn because of that connection Eddie Hearn has with Turkey, though.
Maybe.
I think, and
Bob Arum got a connection with Turkey too.
Yeah, I think more so Terrence put that in his ear to become pretty much go the same route, because that's something that he said as well though. in the interview that he told Shakur to go the same route that Devin went, basically being a promotional free agent.
I feel
So
like
going to different
Bob.
platforms, making fights.
I feel like Bob Arum failed Shakur, man. He didn't get him the Loma fight. You know what I
How?
mean, he couldn't really get him the fights that he wanted.
Loma?
He couldn't make the he couldn't make the Loma was his darling, man.
Like, he
You
can't
know,
make Loma fight Shakur.
Right.
yeah, but I think his focus was on Loma and everything. You know, he had more focus on Loma than he had with Shakur. You know, he treated him better. I think got him better fights.
I mean, but I don't want to hear that. It's like everybody want to complain about Bob and how racy he is, but you niggas keep going over there. Like, I don't understand.
Right.
I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Like, y'all want
I'm
to.
not saying he
Y'all
racist.
people want to cry so hard about Ryan Garcia and Teofimo and how racist they are, but y'all steady keep going over there to Bob Arum, and then
No, I don't
complaining
think.
and
I don't
want to
think
sue
they.
him when it's time to leave because he ain't make you the big fights. What did y'all expect?
I don't really. I don't look at Bob Arum as racist. No. I just think Bob Arum really think that black fighters don't sell. And I just think he
He
think that
can still
Loma
think that
sells
when
better
you've
than him.
seen one of the most all-time selling boxers in history is black. Don't make sense.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but he talking about nowadays. The black fighters don't really be selling a lot, and that nowadays.
Over there,
How?
they don't.
Not more than like a Lomachenko or a Ryan Garcia, a non-black
But
fighter.
Bob put
None
Loma
of
in
them
a
are the
lot of
number one.
title.
None of them are the number one
According
selling fighters.
according to Bob Arum, that I think that's how he feel. I don't feel that way. I think we got some black fighters. This
How
decade that was going good.
many belts Shakur got at Top Rank?
He got all didn't he get all his belts with Top Rank?
Exactly. So how he failed him?
Yeah.
I'm talking about as far as the big fights, the big name fights, like he was trying to get. I think that's what he was trying to get, like big money fights and stuff. Like and Bob Arum is known to like protect Loma and different fighters from some of the black fighters too. Like with Pacquiao and Bud, he came out later and said he stopped the Bud versus Pacquiao fight. He ain't let that happen because he felt he hit the excuse he gave. He said he didn't want to see Manny Pacquiao get hurt because that's his friend or something stupid like that.
What the fuck?
I don't know, but you see Loma didn't fight Tank either. So Bob can't make Loma fight nobody.
Loma had an injury, didn't he?
No, hell no.
He didn't have an
nobody
injury
know about that energy.
when
He wasn't in the move.
Yeah, he wasn't in the mood. Then he got an injury. I really don't know what's going on with Loma. But what's going on with the Canelo Crawford thing? Because I really don't. I'm not following that like that either. Because let me tell y'all something. After that Spence Crawford negotiations and the way they strung me along and said this and said that, and you run off and do another fight, only to later find out that you was purposely leaking misinformation to Mike Coppinger, and he was posting it, and you was secretly doing all of this. I'm not following no negotiation for no fight like that no more. I'm not doing that. So once the Canelo Crawford fight is like official, cool, but I'm not about to. Oh, it's in April. Oh, it's in May. Oh, it's in June. Oh, it's final. Oh, I'm not about to do that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the person. I don't want that fight. I'm not even gonna lie, but if he get it, I'm gonna be rooting for him, bro. I don't want that fight though. Like, I feel like Canelo's like he on bullshit, bro. It's other motherfuckers that he should be fighting.
No, I feel like Crawford is ducking the 54 division. Like, you BSing. It's so many fights you could make at 54, but you up here playing around with Crawford, literally telling people you just want to get a big payday. So I don't know why people think you really finna go up here and just fight your heart out and get knocked out. If you do, that's cool. But you got a whole division. Not only are you a champion, you're an interim champion, which is something I've never heard of. And you Fundor's mandatory.
Last I heard though, he's supposed to be fighting Canelo in September.
But that's
And
what I'm saying. And then
Canelo,
he's
I
supposed
think
to be
Canelo about to
fighting.
fight William Skull, the
And
dude Skull, bro.
and then I seen the video. I don't know how true it is that Crawford's supposed to be fighting somebody at 160. And I'm like, if you doing all that, bro, you need to be stripped. If you fighting at 160 and then you about to go fight at 168, you need to be stripped.
Yeah, he about to drop them belts. I think he about to drop that.
He got to, because it don't make no sense for you to still have it. Because first of all, it's unheard of what you got a championship belt and an interim belt in the first place, and then now you about to fight at 60, and then you talking about fighting Canelo at 68. So you're not even worried about 54.
Right. And that
The-
was
the
my
M-
issue with that's my issue with the WBO, because I'm like, bro, he already said like he not really trying to even fight at 154. So why is it so hard for y'all to sanction the fight between Earl and Sebastian Fundora? Like, it was like it's a hold up.
I be hearing people, complaining about Bud having that interim title or whatever, the interim belt, and having the championship belt too. But the interim title, the interim belt is different for depending on which sanctioning body you're in. Though, like they all have
That's what
different
I'm
rules for
saying.
the interim.
Once you become a champion, you're dropped from sanctioning body rankings. All of them. You cannot be somebody's mandatory as a champion.
No, but so an interim title is a mandatory, is what you saying?
No,
because a lot of people say,
how could if you become a champion and then you're dropped out of all of the other rankings for the other sanctioning bodies, how do you become an interim champion?
That's what I'm saying. With different sanctioning bodies, that interim belt it has different rules and different ways that it works. Depending on which sanctioning body. So some sanctioning bodies, the interim title is an actual belt, whereas with the WBC, it's just a temporary belt.
How can you even, this is what I'm telling you. If I'm a champion, I can't even be on the list for an interim belt. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it don't matter what the rules are for the interim belt. If I'm a champion, I'm not on the list for one because I can't be anybody's mandatory as a champion.
I don't get it when you say you're on the list for one, because the interim belt is not a mandatory. It's not a mandatory. It's just a position.
You can't be in position to get an interim belt as a champion.
If you're a champion in a different sanctioning body, you saying that they're supposed to remove you from the rankings?
Yes.
I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, for the for some sanctioning bodies, they can just, it's just a temporary belt. They can just choose to give it, put it on the line in different fights, and take it out off the line for different fights. It don't really have anything to do with, you don't have to be in the rankings. They can just throw it in play. Like I was on another panel. I think you was on that panel or whatever, and we was talking about the interim belt or whatever, with Devin Haney and Abdullah and Ray Davis and them. They were saying that
they were saying that matter what you saying though. Frequent flyer.
No, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. Let me say it though. Well, listen to what I'm saying. They were saying that the interim title, is transferred from somebody, you have to beat the interim champion. In other words, they were saying that the dude Abdullah was the interim champion, but he wasn't the interim champion. They had like a 4-way tournament going on between Tio, Devin, the dude, what's the dude name that Devin knocked out or whatever?
Do what I'm talking about.
Yes, it do. It do, because listen, they was in a 4-way tournament, right? Devin beat the guy, I think his name was Moran or whatever, and then Tio pulled out of the 4-way tournament. He just went in for in the IBF to knock out, to beat Richard Coleman, and since he did that, the WBC just threw that interim title in there. Neither one of them fighters had the interim belt, but they was, we had an argument about that, and they were saying, yeah, Devin Haney beat him for the interim. He got the interim belt off him, but no, it was a vacant title. Nobody had it, and they just threw it into play. So they can do that with the interim title. It's a temporary belt. They could put it on the line in a fight out of the blue,
All right, shout out to Mr. Greg. He says, listen to Coach Eddie. All the sanctioning bodies will waive their rules when there is enough money already spent. Shout out to Mr. Greg for the super chat. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments.
Did I say something else? Do you remember that, Coach Eddie?
Yeah, nah, you right, man. Like we said, man, there's so many doggone belts, man.
But you get what I'm saying, though, Coach Eddie, right?
Yeah, they just throw a goddamn anything, a hamburger pimp belt or something. You know, just come up with something. They throw that in the mix.
Because you're really not supposed to be nobody's mandatory as a champion.
But he's not a mandatory though. He just got the interim belt. That's why he did that.
He's Fundora's mandatory.
Who's Fundora's mandatory?
He's not a mandatory. No, he's not.
Man, but see, Terry Crawford don't want to fight that dude, man. That's a risky fight. He don't want to fight that boy.
He walked away from the fight.
He better stay away from that.
That's when they were talking
kid,
about,
man.
if Earl Spence beat Fundora, we gonna strip Fundora and get a belt to Crawford. Remember that?
Earl Spence gonna get cooked messing around with that boy, man. That dude right there, young, he in shape, he throw a lot of punches, man. Neither one of them guys need to go nowhere near that kid, man. That kid gonna put a hurting on both of them.
So what even happened to that situation then? Why that fight ended up?
They not sanctioning the fight, so now they not having it. They said Earl been out the ring too long. He had a TKO loss and a whole bunch of list of other stuff that came up.
Bud can actually fight him though, but Bud said it's too late. He ain't trying to do it.
And that don't make sense.
Bud making excuses. He don't want to fight. If he fight him, if he fight there and go life and death with Fundora, that's gonna mess that Canelo bag up. Yeah. The Bud don't want to do nothing but fight Canelo because any lackluster performance, any kink in the armor, it'll be like, no, you ain't getting no Canelo fight.
He about to fight somebody at 160. Shout out Terrence Best videos
who he fighting at 160?
He been chasing
what's up?
Canelo for the longest.
Hey, y'all, who he fighting at 160? Ain't he fighting somebody at 160? Terrence Best videos. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Oh, what's up, 2 cents?
What up?
I'm a little confused. Was it just the same Fundora that was getting beat down by what's his name before his eye got bloody? I mean, trust me,
but down by nobody. He wasn't getting beat down.
He was. Tim Tszyu was dominating Fundora.
Yeah, Tim Tszyu broke their nose.
He was dominant. Come on, guys. He was dominating that fight until his eyes started. Whatever. His head.
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about.
I agree with what you're saying, though.
Tim Tszyu was dominating the fight. So y'all said, oh wait, hold on a second. So y'all telling me
he got his head cut in the second round?
Yeah, I'm saying if his head didn't get cut, who y'all had?
I had Tim Tszyu winning that fight.
I had Fundora in the fight.
Okay, I can tell you one thing. Bud is not in the least a bit afraid of Fundora. He would knock him the fuck out.
Nope, nobody.
So all that shit you talking is crazy.
Oh, he ducked the fight.
Y'all crazy.
He ducked the fight.
Man, hold on, wait. I just want to say something. Just called Bud is a great fighter. Just called Bud beat Errol Spence. That didn't catapult him into this goddamn mythic character. That now he's all of a sudden Super Bud and nobody could beat him. I mean, come on. We just seen him fight Madrimov. That was a competitive fight. Well, what are we talking about here, guys?
Okay. So let me tell you. So tell me this about Madrimov. You ever seen him fight like that before in your life? Now, you ever seen Madrimov start throwing a fake, continuously throw a fake? I'm asking Coach a question. I'm asking Coach.
Have you ever seen?
Have you ever seen him fight like that before that fight?
But on the flip side, have you ever seen Bud fight like that himself? Bud fought different too.
But Bud never faced
it's two sides of the coin, man.
Eddie, but coach, think about this for a second. Bud is coming up to his division. Why are you changing for a smaller man coming up in your division? This is how great this man is. This man changed his whole entire and Bud like, what the hell is he doing with all of this? Because Bud thinking, But I'm telling y'all what Bud and Mac was thinking that he's just gonna come at him. Hey, I'm a smaller guy coming up. I ain't expecting you to do all this pawing and paw. I never seen nothing like that. The bigger man was clearly bigger than Bud. He was clearly bigger than Bud. I'm just saying, yo.
I'm gonna ask you one question.
Go ahead, Coach.
Ray Davis. We got Ray Davis on the panel.
Go ahead, Coach.
Shout out Ray. Coach Eddie, I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna
Go
let
ahead,
Ray.
Coach.
Yeah, I just want to ask you one question. I'm gonna check your temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Crawford versus David Benavidez. Who wins that fight?
I've said this from the beginning. He ain't fight. He's gonna lose to Benavidez. Of course. I ain't crazy.
I want to check your temperature. All right?
Come on, Coach. I ain't crazy. I said hell no. He ain't fighting no Benavidez, and I said that.
Right. Here's another question for you. Now, then I'm gonna let it go. Terrence Crawford versus Demetrius Andrade. Who wins?
Andrade probably get him.
But
it'll be closer.
You're right.
It'll be closer though. You admit to me, Eddie, that'll be closer than Benavidez.
I think Andrade dominates Terrence Crawford.
I like Andrade too, but I think
I'm gonna tell you right. Beat Bud, then how the heck do y'all give Bud a chance with Canelo, bro?
Exactly.
I think Andrade still gives Canelo a pretty good scrap.
Because Andrade bigger than taller than him. He got the reach, right?
It's the same. They're the same. It's like looking in the mirror, just a bigger, stronger version of yourself.
Yeah.
If Bud can't knock out Andrade, then he don't got no business going up there to try to fight Canelo, bro.
He not trying to knock out Canelo, bro. That's where y'all going wrong. He not going. He's not trying to knock out Canelo. He's trying to outpoint him.
What's your 2 cents?
Remember, he's versatile. That's the thing. Y'all forget about that. He ain't going up there trying to knock no Canelo out. Y'all crazy?
Hold on, Terrence. What you got, Ray Davis? What you got for the show?
A few things. So just to correct some things. Bud was looking forward to the Fundora fight because they promised him that fight. Unfortunately, he stepped away from the fight because when Earl stepped in the ring, he figured, and the PBC told Bud that they can't get in the way of their fighters. You know what I mean? It's the brotherhood first. That's when he kind of just moved aside. Said, "Okay, y'all gonna move me out the way. I'm just gonna go a different direction." That was one thing. The other thing is Andrade and Bud. There's no way Bud beats Andrade. And Andrade is like 6. If I'm not mistaken, he's like 6 foot and walk around weight about 200 pounds. He said so. That's crazy work for Bud to be about 180 or 175 trying to beat somebody. You know what I mean? At 168.
I don't understand.
No way. So, but salute to the panel, by the way. And freaking dipped off. Yeah, I was coming to get him. Lying on me. Lying on me. He lying on me.
But so how y'all can't say Canelo? I mean, Bud can't beat Andrade. He can't beat Benavidez. Y'all think he finna go beat Canelo? Like, what are y'all? What are we talking
about? Canelo can't beat them either, though. Canelo can't beat them either.
Exactly. He can't beat them boys, man.
He can't beat them either. What we talking about?
One thing you know about Canelo, this has been true to form with Canelo. If Canelo thinks he can beat you, he has no problem fighting.
Crawford, he about to beat him.
No, I'm telling. I like Crawford, but that's gonna be an uphill battle.
What y'all saying? If Canelo fighting Crawford, he think he can beat him then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he do. 100%. I ain't saying he don't.
I think it's because the way Canelo fights, people see a lot of slickness in Bud and the way he fought, like how Floyd beat him and outpointing him. They believe that Bud can do the same thing, and they think the ring IQ is higher than Canelo's, which I can see that.
But do y'all take into consideration Canelo got way more experience than Bud? Do y'all take that into consideration?
Wait, what?
Absolutely. Yes,
Wait, why you say that?
He has way more experience than Bud. Are y'all serious?
No, I disagree.
Tell me 2 cents. Why you say that, 2 cents?
How many fights Canelo got? Canelo been a pro
against who?
Since he was 50.
Against who though? What type of competition though? What did he learn? What did he learn from some of those fights?
Because Canelo was actually fighting dogs before he got to 168. We ain't gonna do that, bro.
No. Pay, I'm not talking about that, Pay.
Listen, I'm not even. Listen, let me preface this by saying this. I'm not even a Canelo fan, honestly. Like, I don't got no issue with Canelo, but my thing is like, fight who you want to fight, just drop the belts. That's my only issue with Canelo. You holding all these belts hostages, but you talking about you gonna fight whoever you want to fight. That's cool. You earned that, but just drop the belts because there's other people at 68 that deserve the opportunity to be a champion. and that was taken from them because you sitting here running around with these belts fighting people that ain't even in 68. That's my biggest issue with
And
Canelo.
And the sanctioning body
And
ain't
if
to blame for that,
Terrence,
though.
and if Terrence, that's
and
true.
I
If Terrence want to fight
yep.
Canelo, that's cool. I'm just telling you, in my opinion, I just don't see it like
Terrence don't. I'm gonna tell you something. Terrence don't deserve a fight with Canelo. I'm gonna keep it 100. But then who does though? He does. What has he done? He never even fought at 168.
Hey, I agree with you, Coach.
He
But Coach, I
doesn't
agree
deserve
with
a
you.
fight. I'm keeping it 100.
But here's
But it's
the
a money
thing. Here's
grab.
the
It's a
thing.
money grab.
But that was the same thing for Jamel, and nobody was saying nothing though. When Jamel did it, nobody said nothing.
It's
When
a
I
money
do it, I
grab.
got
we
a
already knew
problem.
it was a money
Listen,
grab.
so I
When
don't
they
agree.
do it,
Listen,
they don't say nothing. But when I do it, they got a problem.
Listen,
Y'all know that song.
Everybody
Come on now.
Yeah.
Everybody already knew Jamel wasn't going to be Canelo. We already knew
I
Jamel was
ain't
going
gonna
up there to
lie.
get his
I ain't gonna
bread.
lie. Canelo,
I
I
don't
didn't.
know
They
why they
wanted,
tore Jamel down like that. I don't even
they
understand.
wanted, they wanted that fight when Canelo when they wanted to fight with Jamel. They wanted to fight at 158. I mean 154 when Canelo was down there, bro. That's when that fight should have happened. But at the same time, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, bro, that was at a catchweight. It wasn't at no 168.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. I forgot about that.
That was
Bud fighting him at
And
the
Bud
full
is not
mark.
Floyd Mayweather. Like y'all gotta
well,
stop
you,
that.
No one said he was. Nobody
hold
said
on.
Buzz Floyd.
You said the Canelo fight was at a couch weight with Floyd.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it was
was.
at 152 or
What? Hold on.
154.
Wasn't that a championship fight? Wasn't the belt on the line?
It still was
I
at a
don't think.
catchweight.
It definitely
No,
was a
that fight was for
catchweight.
154. Floyd just
Nah,
came in
it was
lighter,
he fought.
and
He made it at
they
52,
fought at
man.
the
It was
right weight.
52. They fought at 52 because I remember that distinctly. Floyd Mayweather said
Right.
he the one that said he'd fight at 52, so he made him fight at 52.
So okay, hey,
Yeah, I
that
think it
man's
was a
stupid for that
catchweight.
one.
Yeah,
Because I know he came in. I
fought
know
at,
he still came in. I know he still came in. A lot bigger than Floyd.
yeah, he
So
won 65, something like that. He was up there.
yeah. All right.
I just don't think that, once Canelo start punching on them arms and them shoulders, and Canelo knows how to cut the ring off. And I don't think people taking into consideration that Terrence Crawford is not gonna be, you're gonna move differently with that extra weight on you.
That's
And
the thing.
and if Terrence Crawford's power carries up to 168, that's gonna be a little questionable in my opinion. Because he
Come on.
was getting TKOs at 50, at 47, but he wasn't just knocking people out.
Yeah.
It was an accumulation of punches that knocked out. And he still didn't knock out Earl. He didn't knock out Earl.
Exactly. He knocked out Avanesian with the busted glove controversy. But other than that, who was he knocking out?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What you said? He's not gonna knock Canelo out. What are we talking about here?
No,
I know he's not knocking no Canelo out.
No, I'm hearing people saying he's gonna knock Canelo out.
No, he ain't gonna knock no Canelo out. Come on.
No, he ain't knocking Canelo out. I don't think so.
And I'm the biggest Bud fan, but he ain't.
Here's the thing. When I see the fight, I think that it's an interesting fight based because of their current positions and history of boxing. At the end of the day, it's all about what they are as boxers and in the public eye, right? And it just makes an interesting fight. As far as them both being like Canelo beating Bud or Bud beating Canelo, I don't see Bud beating Canelo, but there is a way. There's always a way for somebody to win. So there's a couple ways for Bud to win. Am I the game planner? No. But they obviously see something, right? Because initially Bud said, no, I don't see myself going up there as weight classes for a reason. But obviously he seen something which said, okay, I can beat Canelo. So I mean, it could just be the payday, it could be whatever it is, but he just don't want to look as bad as
Jamel.
Jamel. So I think, right. I think he's willing to go up there and get.
Jamel realized once he went up there to that weight class, his punches that he was knocking niggas out with that 154 wasn't working.
So let me get this comment. Then let me ask y'all a question. Rollo Green say Bud KO his last 10 appointments before. Matt, what the F are y'all talking about? Bud did not
knockout,
KO
not
his last 10 opponents. This is what I'm talking about. This is the misinformation these guys be running around on these streets saying. But who y'all think got more power? Charlo or or Crawford?
That's interesting. That's an interesting question.
I think Jamel one punch. One punch. Yes, absolutely.
I don't know.
How?
You don't know.
When Jamel dropping 54 pounders, he knocking them out.
But right now, Jamel been on the couch for a while. I don't know. don't
Jamel's
know.
he's bigger than Crawford
Yeah,
too. I mean, I don't,
right.
he's a bigger
Yeah,
guy.
and
So
he was actually the same. He's bigger than Canelo. He
Yeah,
just
you're
didn't have.
big.
did you
He a
see
big
those
dude.
shots that Jamel was hitting? I mean, because a lot of people want to run around and act like Jamel Charlo didn't fight Canelo for a few rounds before he just kind of realized I just don't need to get knocked the hell out. Do y'all act like
He
y'all
did. He
didn't see them
did.
shots that when
He
y'all
hit
act like
Canelo with
y'all
some
didn't
shit.
see them shots that if Jamel would have hit any 154 pounder with, they would have been down and watch Canelo
Right.
drop his hands and continue to walk
I
forward.
mean,
Yeah.
I give you that
we
two
can
cents.
say that.
But they
We can say
crucified
that. No,
But
I don't
Bud
think it's
different
any.
though.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But
they
Bud is
crucified him for
different.
that.
I mean, they fight differently.
But that'll be a good fight if
So it's a win-win
he
situation
fight
for Bud,
Jamel.
because if he get in there, he
I want to
fight.
see Bud Jamel. Like that's the fight I want to
That's
see.
the fight I want to see too.
Yeah, I like that fight.
I
I don't
think
want
But
to
he
see
don't
that
have no
now. I think
belt.
Jamel. I
He
think
don't have no
Jamel been
belt.
sitting down too long.
nah, he need to
Exactly.
tune up. I ain't talking about catching my full
Well,
layoff. I'm talking about tune up. I'm ready. Let's at the peak prime, but you know that's not Crawford and Mo. But I would love to see that fight.
Well, I think
My
Bud wants
thing
to
about
fight
Crawford
Canelo
not fighting
first.
him is because of what the situation that happened with Canelo. But my thing is this, Bud, you weren't the one that did that.
Marlo
So
say Charlo not a dog. He cured out Crawford a dog. Why is Charlo not a dog, Marlo? Because he didn't let Canelo knock him out.
that shit is crazy. Like a nigga want to just sit there and get knocked out.
Gotta
Bud
slide
Yeah, I
on your
think.
shield sometime.
Cash
Yeah, I think.
Crypto say Bud going to come in bigger than Canelo, and everyone going to act like the shit is normal. No, that's
He
gonna
is
be
not.
questionable too.
He is not gonna come in bigger. I mean, this is crazy
nah.
talk. These
So
people
yeah,
talking about.
that's not.
It's
No.
crazy talk.
The difference is Bud wouldn't have to lose much weight to fight in that fight. He'll come in. He'll come in like really strong because it'll be close to his natural walk around weight, and I think that'll make a difference for him. Now, does his power translate? Does he have any? You know what I mean? I don't think so. I think he can. Anything is possible. They're boxers. They know how to. Bud can knock out a grown ass man that's 250 pounds walking down the street that don't box. So is it possible for him and Canelo with a right shot? Absolutely. Anything's possible. But do I see it happening? No.
Somebody gotta mute their TV for they copyright my channel.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, it sounded like they were selling cars.
You know, YouTube don't be playing. I gotta mute it. But I'm about to go around the panel and let everybody get their final 2 cents off. I want to thank everybody for joining me on the panel today. Great conversation. I'm really interested to see this Schofield fight. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to
You're gonna
expect.
be
But
sad
well, I'm gonna be sad.
because you want to see Schofield do well against your core, and it's not gonna happen too
When
soon.
did I say that?
Okay, I just figured that, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
My
Because
biggest concern
you don't
though
say
is
anything good about Shakur. I don't hear you say anything about good about
what do
him.
you
So
mean?
that's why I assume that you said.
I mean, because I don't knob gob some of these fighters. That don't mean I don't like them.
Okay.
Well, what's your final 2 cents, Terrence? What you got
Okay.
for the show?
So my final 2 cents is I got Schofield ranked 27th in the division. So I'm not gonna give Shakur any credit for beating him. Yeah, he gonna beat him and beat him soundly, and I'm not giving him any credit. All I say is for you take people, do the same thing for Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is not even number 1 in his own division,
He
bro.
a champion.
And so
What are you
okay,
talking
wait.
about,
He's
Terrence?
not no okay, again, you can be a champion, but in my eyes, he's not a number 1 in his own division. There's people that can dethrone him in his own division, and he's jumping into another division where he damn sure ain't number 1. So if I can tell you that Schofield's 27th, where is Lamont Roach in the rankings? So come on, let's be honest, man. It's a cherry pick, bro. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for having me on 2 cents. Let's be all honest about what's going on. Thanks, though. Appreciate
All right, Terrence. Thanks for coming up. Wow, it seems as though the Tank haters are just as delusional as the Haiti fans. It's getting wild out here. This man say
Jeez.
he's not even ranked in his division when he's a champion. Damn, that's crazy. Ray, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I mean, I understand where he's coming from. I'm not going to say he's not ranked. I think he is in his own division. He's definitely ranked. As far as him moving up and being at 135, I mean, we got to give him the same. I would say give him the same advice as same standpoint as Cardino, who was a former champion at the division, maybe a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I don't even want to talk about that. As far as Shakur Schofield, what your question was, listen, this is going to be an interesting fight. I see Shakur walking Floyd into stuff because Floyd puts his head down and he charges, and I think Floyd being on the back foot a lot. Yeah, he's just gonna sit back and he's gonna let him just walk into something, and might you see a knockout in Shakur. Do we give him credit? Absolutely, because you got a guy who's ranked number 2 in the WBO, and WBA, excuse me, and he's ranked in the WBO. He's ranked in the IBF as well at top 10. So, only thing that holds him back is the WBC, which is ranked like 14 now, where he jumped up from 40. But it is what it is, or 17. But regardless, I just don't see him beating him. He can. He has enough power to hit Shakur with the right shot. So, it'll be an interesting fight. I'm interested in seeing it, and that's about it.
All right, Ray. Thank you for coming up. Appreciate you.
Anytime, 2 cents. Thank you.
Shout out Ray Davis for joining me on the panel. Isn't it crazy that the same people that's clamoring for Crawford Canelo will talk shit about Roach Tank? I mean, it's crazy. We're talking about 5 pounds, but they excited about 3 weight classes. These the same people. I'm telling you, the Tank haters are just as delusional as the Haney fans. Coach Eddie, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Oh yeah, like I said, always it's been a pleasure coming up on your platform. Thanks again. As far as Shakur, Schofield, I like to fight. Even with the ranking system, we got to kind of take this with a grain of salt, because you can be ranked number 1 in one division and not be ranked at all in another division. So and the ranking, some of these people in the ranking won't even recognize them when you know who they are, and it's just a ranking system. They're all over the place, and consistency. I kind of just look at the matchup. I kind of separate the names and just kind of actually just look at the fighters themselves and see how they match up. Try to match them up in my mind. I can see a path to victory for both guys. Like I said, of course, Shakur is we'll call him the household name in this fight and the recognized fighter, and should be the A side and the favorite in this fight. But hey, that's why we fight the fights. Anything can happen. It ain't like basketball or football. I mean, you can have a great camp and then you just don't have it that night. You can have just, like I say, just an off night, and the other kid could just be on and you could be off. So it's a lot of intangibles that can happen. I think Schofield, he's a live dog. I think he's dangerous in this fight just from the youth, and the fact that he's willing to let his hands go. And I think he's coming to win. And anytime you got a guy who's coming to win, who's willing to get in there and do his best, you always should have a good fight. And like I say, Shakur is not the type of guy who can end your night like a Tank or Deontay Wilder. Well, both of those guys have been on record, and we've seen this. No hate on them, but it's the truth. So these guys may even, lose a few rounds here and there, and then they got that goddamn, that eraser. You know what I'm saying? And they just end your night, and Shakur doesn't possess that ability to end your night. So it's gonna be interesting. But yes, that's all I got. As far as Bud and Canelo, it is what it is. I'll be rooting for Bud if the fight does happen. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna be tough to win a decision against Canelo. I don't see Crawford knocking out Canelo, and how hard you got it. You know how hard it is to win a decision against Canelo. I mean, exactly. You got to be. It's super duper hard. I mean, they almost got Bivol, and Bivol outworked him. I mean, they gave Floyd a draw. I mean, gave Canelo a draw against Floyd. Somebody who beat him 10 rounds to 2, or 11-1, something like that. It's crazy. So you're not getting a decision against Canelo. I think it's a money grab. Hey, but more power to him. That's my call. Hey, thanks for having me too.
All right. Thanks for coming up, Coach Eddie. I always love when you come on the panel and give your 2 cents. Shout out to Coach Eddie. Thank you for joining me on the panel. Mr. Greg, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I'm sorry I'm so late again. Let me be real fast, though. I think that one of the reasons why there is some belief that Bud can beat Canelo It's because Canelo has a history of being outboxed by smaller guys before he actually gets them. And I think that's the main thing from my point of view. Yes, Bud is better than the other smaller guys that Canelo has fought, but that's the only reason. I don't really give Bud a lot of chance of beating Canelo. I don't give him any chance of beating Benavidez or Andrade, for that matter. But I think that's where most of it comes from. Now that the fight happens and he's supposed to fight somebody at 160, he's supposed to take a hit. You know, all these other things are out there. Like I said before, I don't believe it until they're actually on the dais together, signing the fight, and then we see them in the ring. That's how I think that fight's going to go. So I agree with you, not even following to everything that has been said about Bud and Canelo fighting. We'll see if it actually takes place. Yeah, we're talking about the sanctioning bodies and all of the belts. Those belts basically are to generate more revenue for the sanctioning bodies for the most part. Yeah, they might have some rules attached to them, but they'll waive those rules if it's enough money. But all those intern belts, champion and recess, and all those other belts that they have, they're just designed to generate more sanctioning fees for the sanctioning bodies. Nothing more. It helps fighters. It gives them a little prestige. They can come in with a belt on and even call it a championship fight, if you will. But it's all marketing and smoke and mirrors to some degree. I think that's all I really can say about those, because those only things that I caught that y'all were speaking of. I didn't catch a whole lot. But again, that's kind of what my 2 cents is on, and I'm using your name. That's my thoughts on those 2 things, and hopefully, we'll see the good fights as always. I will try to remember. I keep forgetting that you come on this early on Sunday.
Yep, 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's where I was wrong, and I was thinking 6. So
6:30
anyway.
on Friday.
Right. I got you though, but thank you for letting me get into the very last minute, and shout out to any of the chat that's still out there. And I guess I'll see y'all next week.
All right.
All right, sis.
Frequent Fly, you got 1 minute. Go.
Oh, salute. I just
Hold on. Why you duck Ray Davis though?
No, I wanted to see if you was going to give me my final 2 cents. I appreciate you letting me come back up and get it. But I'm going to keep it short. I just wanted to say that I don't think that Bud is going to go up there and try to outbox Canelo. I think he's really going to try to beat Canelo, Wow. He put out a tweet saying that he was going to prove he was great or something like that. I really don't think that he's trying to outbox Canelo. I think he's going to go up there and try to knock him out, try to stop him,
Why would he do something so stupid?
Well, when have we seen Bud try to outbox somebody?
When have we seen Bud knock somebody out and stop him?
What you mean? Like the whole 147 got stopped by Bud.
He did not knock them out though, Fly Freak.
He stopped them. So some of them he did. A lot of them.
Who? At 47, who he knocked out?
David Avanesian got knocked out.
With the busted gloves.
Oh no, he got up. Yeah, but he stopped. I guess they look.
Besides David Avanesian.
Well, when the ref jump in there and get in the middle of it, it's a TKO. It's a technical knockout because the ref don't want to see you do what you gonna do to him.
So you think he gonna go up there and get a technical knockout on?
He gonna go up there trying to stop Canelo. He not gonna go up there trying to outbox him. That's not how Bud is. Bud try to stop people.
But he don't. He get the TKO, and he's not going to do that to Canelo.
Didn't he knock? Oh, another person he knocked out was Benavidez.
At 47?
Yeah. What's the boy name? The brother.
He knocked out Jose Benavidez?
Yeah, didn't he with the uppercut? It was a nice uppercut, wasn't it? I think he knocked him out, yeah.
Okay. It was when he had the shot in the leg with the leg brace?
And my comment in the chat still staying. Y'all be hating on Bud all the time. Bud, Shakur, and Devin Haney now.
How am I hating on Bud? I'm just trying to verify is that
because you trying to discredit that man win. Because you trying to discredit his wins.
Are we talking about the same thing?
But y'all get mad if we say, "Oh yeah, the guy that Tank pulled up from 130 or something like that." Y'all get mad. Y'all hating on Tank, but y'all got no problem doing that to Bud or somebody. That man was all right. Ain't look like nothing was wrong with his leg when he was in there, and he was bigger than Bud. It looked like.
Whatever you got to do to sleep better, that's cool. But all right, thank you for coming up.
Yeah, that's it though. Salute though. I appreciate you letting me on again. Salute to everybody in the chat.
I'll let you on to let you say the next time you duck. I'm not gonna let you back on to get your final 2 cents.
Next time I duck, who?
You duck Ray Davis. As soon as Ray Davis got up here.
Come on now, Ray Davis in the Hanos. Ray Davis is Hanos clan. We don't got no.
It don't matter.
How I'm going to duck my own soldier.
Easy. Ray, didn't you say he ducked you?
No, Ray was playing around. Unless Ray was clout chasing me. No, I'm just playing.
All right. Thank you for coming up.
All right, salute.
I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I may be on here Monday and Tuesday because I may be home. We are off of work because of the snowstorm. So as long as I have electricity and my power doesn't go out, I may be doing some pop-up lives throughout the week. So y'all make sure y'all got y'all notifications on to see when I go live, and y'all can join me on the panel. Be sure to watch my videos that I put out throughout the week. Make sure you drop a comment, drop a super thanks in the videos just to help support your girl, help support the 2 Cents brand grow. Thank everybody for joining me tonight. Interesting conversation, interesting boxing talk. We at the beginning of the year, interesting time in boxing. I'm interested to see what's going to go on. February is going to be a great month for boxing. It's going to be a great month for boxing. A lot of things going to be answered. More questions is going to be created. Big Supreme in the building. What up, Big Supreme? VA Money Group. What is going on? So make sure y'all hit that notification bell so you can be notified. And listen, if you don't want your host timing you out the chat, cussing you out, kicking you out the panel, leaving you all in the background, come on over to 2 Cent Boxing Live, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.